Hey, yo, what up, YouTubers? My name is Mark, but on the radio, they call me Sancho Loco. I get to meet a lot of people through the radio, and if it's one thing that I know, it's that food brings good conversation and it brings people together. Here's episode 1 with you know him as Little Puppet on American Me. You've seen him on Stand and Deliver, Daniel Villareal. Let's talk about it. Episode 1. What's up, everybody? We're in the beautiful city of Garden Grove. I got actor Daniel Villareal. That's how you say it, right?
Yeah, Daniel. Wait, hold on. Is that mine? No.
That's not your order, man.
Not order yet.
We haven't ordered yet, but we're gonna order some delicious food.
We're at Sanchez.
We're at Los Sanchez with the Los Sanchez owner, Victor. What's up, man? How you doing?
Sonora style.
Yes, sir. Hey, man, I'm glad to have you here. Victor. I've been meaning to get a hold of you, brother, because I admire your work. You got a great body of work. You're on Stand and Deliver. You're on American Me, and I didn't even know you were on The Ring. You're on The Ring.
Well, I did production on that. You know, I do a lot of production work. Yeah.
So when you say production work, are you saying like
in the background, you know, not in front of the camera, behind the camera.
So you're the janitor.
A lot of no, not yet, but a lot of different, you know, places.
No, I'm just teasing you, man. But
that's cool.
But I seen that you direct too.
I have, yes. No, that's what I'm headed in that direction.
Okay. Yeah. And just let's start from the beginning. Where did you grow up?
Okay, so let's go way back.
Let's take it back, man. Time machine.
We used to live in a cave. No, my familia comes from Durango.
Okay.
And then they moved up north. They moved to Chihuahua, and then from there to Texas. So we grew up in the Juarez, El Paso area.
Okay.
And then from there, my mom came to California, to LA. So we moved to Boyle Heights, which is in East LA.
Right, and at that time was, you weren't even thinking about acting at that time, right?
Oh, no, not at all. I was 12 years old. That was in 73.
Now, was your mom in acting?
Oh, no.
She wasn't even involved in acting?
No, nobody in my family, really. Yeah.
Okay, and so you moved to East LA, and what got the acting bug going?
Well, I started out as a photographer when I was 14.
Okay.
And so I was, at a lot of different shows and meeting a lot of people. So eventually, when I turned 18, somebody asked me to perform, and that's how it happened.
It was just like at a play or something?
Yeah, it was more like performance art, like doing skits and stuff.
Right, and at that time, we're in the modern age now where there's mixed cultures and there's a lot of diversity now. But let's be honest, man, at that time, Chicanos, Mexican Americans in the acting scene, there wasn't a lot of us back then, right? There wasn't.
Right. There, as it is even now, you have to create your own. So we created our own, and we ventured over to the West Side, and we met, a lot of people who were doing stuff back then.
Right.
But as far as Hollywood goes, we were practically non-existent.
Right.
The first, person that I met that I admire was, Edward James Olmos. So.
And did you know Edward James Olmos prior to American Me, prior to Stand and Deliver?
I had briefly met him like in 1978 when he was doing the play Zoot Suit,
Okay.
Downtown at the Mark Taper Forum. But it was just like, shook his hand, got his autograph, that kind of thing.
Oh, really?
But I don't know if you've seen the play or,
I've seen the play, yeah.
But live, seeing him do that, it was just like breathtaking. So it was so inspirational. Like when I saw him do that, I was like, I'm gonna do this too,
Nice. Let's mix this up a little bit, because I know standard interviews, we got Victor here. Victor, man, how long has your restaurant been in business?
Around 37, 38 years.
38 years.
In Garden Grove, yes.
Yeah, and did you start it by yourself, or was it?
No, one of my brothers.
Your brother started it?
Yeah, he started and I take over.
And it's a family business, right? You still have family working here?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and how many different dishes do you have?
Well, we're talking around 50 to 60 different plates.
Okay, what's one of the most famous dishes out of this restaurant?
One of the most famous steak and shrimp.
Steak and shrimp. That sounds
Steak
good.
and shrimp.
That sounds
yeah.
good.
That sounds
Yeah.
good. Is that what you
That sounds good.
I think that's what he's gonna order, man. You just
That's
a
it.
light bulb. Okay, steak and shrimp. But I last time we talked, you said you had a lot of soups too.
I do have a lot of soups.
Yeah.
I have 9 different kinds of soups.
So what is this? What is the Sonora style? What's different?
Sonora style means like this is in Sonora. That's how they cook this kind of food. So we just try to similar, like try to do like the same way. Yeah, the same way they cook it in Sonora.
Okay.
Yes,
Cool.
that's how.
It's hot over there, right? Sonora.
It is kind of hot. Yes.
Yeah, you know what? I've never been to Sonora. Have you? What parts of Mexico have you traveled?
Well,
traveled to?
I was in Sonora in San Luis Rio Colorado, which is just across the border from Yuma. Right. I was there filming The Getaway
Oh, The Getaway.
with Alec Baldwin. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we had a scene where he gets me out of jail and takes me back home to that little town, and then my uncle there kills me.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Why are you killed in the movies, man?
I
What's
don't
going
know.
on here?
I don't know.
So, I mean, but everybody, I mean, you filmed that movie, you got killed, and then, but that was in Sonora.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and so that was my first time there. Well, first and only time.
Okay.
In San Luis. Yeah.
San Luis, huh? Is that what part of Mexico is your family from? Sonora?
Well, that's part of my family is from Jalisco,
Oh, Jalisco.
and my wife from Sonora.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So I had to came all the way down from Jalisco to Sonora to get my wife from there.
Ah.
Still here.
How come it's not Jalisco style, man?
Well, because, she's the boss.
Hey, come on. Who wears the pants?
She's the boss.
That's different in every household, bro.
Yeah, the women are the,
Yeah,
Remember-
happy wife, happy life.
that's it.
That's right, man.
All right, man. You better say that.
I have to say that. You heard that, Valerie. You got your start in acting in East LA, and you met Edward James Olmos. How did Edward James Olmos get a hold of you for Stand and Deliver and American Me?
Well, actually, I was already working on Stand and Deliver in production.
Okay.
Because that's my background, and I was helping Ramon Menendez and Tom Muska, the co-writers, director, producer of that movie before the movie got shot.
Okay.
So before Eddie almost had been cast, I was already on it. So then he came aboard, and then that was it. Like that was like perfect. He was the perfect Jaime Escalante. So then after that, I stayed in touch with him. I did Miami Vice. He was in that
Miami
show.
Vice?
Yeah,
No kidding.
I was in an episode where my mother was Rita Moreno, from West Side
I
Story.
remember her, yeah.
Oh man, that was so exciting. So yeah, when I was in Miami on the flight back to LA, Eddie started talking about American Me.
Okay.
This was like 2 years before we did American Me. So I got involved with that. I had meetings that Eddie was having with different people and corrections. And then Eddie met with the Mexican Mafia, and we got the okay, like that it was all right for us to be
Get
at
permission.
Folsom. Yeah, because you have to have permission from everybody.
Right.
Otherwise, you're not safe in there.
Did you have to get permission from all the the blacks and the whites?
No.
Just the.
Just them. Yeah.
And I'm going to ask you a question. And there was a lot of controversy at that time, bringing that. You brought that up with the permission and stuff. And I heard a couple people got killed.
Yeah, but it didn't really have anything to do with the movie.
With the movie itself.
The only issue really in the end was about money, I don't know if you know, but like the original guy that ran the Mexican Mafia, he died while in prison.
Is his name Rodolfo?
No, it was Joe Morgan.
Joe Morgan, Peg
He's
Leg.
the white guy.
Yeah.
And so after he passed, the new guys that took over, they wanted
wanted
cut.
money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that
of
was
course.
it.
Yeah, it's always money.
all business,
It's
yeah.
all business at the end of the day. Have you ever had any issues with anybody because of the roles you play in movies? Like
No, not really.
I mean,
no.
you got a lot of fans. I mean, you have fans
a
worldwide.
couple of times as a producer, independent producer,
Yeah.
there were some incidents, but
For the most part, everything.
I'm still alive.
Hey, man. Well, that's good to know because we wouldn't be doing this interview if you weren't. But yeah. So, do you feel like as a Latino, as a Chicano, coming up and going through some of the obstacles that Latinos do go through? Have you ever experienced any obstacles? And do you think that in Hollywood today there are obstacles for our, Chicanos, for Latinos to get into the major roles that other people are playing?
Well, everybody has an opinion about it, but I never think about life in terms of obstacles.
Right.
I always see it as opportunities. So I always look for opportunities,
Yeah, there's an old saying that says like, there's never bad experiences.
Exactly.
Only, missed opportunities.
Yeah, whatever, So I don't get involved with any kind of negativity.
Like being a pessimist. You're
Nothing,
like
not at all. I always find a way to do something new.
And do you think that, because you've had certain roles like Little Puppet, or you get called, Vato number 4 in the movie.
Why are you so negative?
No. I'm not trying to be negative.
I'm just kidding.
No, I promise you I'm not.
just kidding.
But what I want to ask these questions because there's people out there that want to know, and I want to bring these things up so young Latinos that are watching, so they get empowered by certain things that you say. Because a lot of people look up to you.
Well, I'll just tell you that my whole thing is about creativity and unlocking creativity in everyone, not just actors, but just everybody in your daily life, with our friend here, Victor, like always finding new ways of doing things, making things more exciting, connecting more with the community. Right. That's what I do, So as far as young actors, let's say, you have to have a passion for it. It's required. If you don't, I'm not saying be competitive, but it's like when I meet someone and I know nothing will stop them, then I get involved. Otherwise, I don't because, you need to have that certain kind of, I don't know what to call it, like attitude, bravado. You have to think you're the best thing that ever happened.
Confidence.
Yes.
Just confidence in whatever you do. And it's your first time in Garden Grove.
Yes, sir.
And you said that you're from East LA. And how many years did it take you to come down here?
It only took me 45 years.
45 years to come down here. But you know what? When you landed, I landed at
the right place.
Yeah, you landed at the
right place at the right time.
Los Sanchez, I promise
this
you.
Is it. This is the place to be.
And I'm not just saying this because I know Victor. I do know Victor. I do know his nephew Tony. But I just gotta say this. His food is amazing, man, and we're gonna get a chance to taste some of his food. What are you feeling like today?
I think we're gonna have steak and shrimp.
Steak and shrimp. All right, let's order some food, man, and we'll be back right now.
We'll be right back.
All right, so we're here. We got all these fabulous dishes. And they look all so beautiful. I mean, we got carne asada tacos, we got shrimp and carne asada, french fries, steak, you got nachos, guacamole, a wet burrito. What's that, Victor?
This is a shrimp cocktail.
It's an avocado milkshake.
Hay cebolada,
avocado milkshake.
Shrimp cocktail, with shrimp and avocado, tomato, cucumber.
It looks like it's good for hangovers. You agree?
Oh yeah. Hangovers.
Hang-unders.
Yeah, or hang-during.
Right.
Look at how beautiful that is.
It is. That's a presentation.
Quesadilla right there.
We got a quesadilla right here. Look at Scott. Scott couldn't wait, so he bit on that quesadilla. Hey man, it's okay.
It called out to me.
But look at this beautiful steak with cilantro. Look at
and these are the appetizers.
these. Look at the serving.
Okay.
Hey, you guys. Thanks for watching, man. It means the world to me. But you know what'll also mean the world to me? Hit that subscribe button right there, man, and catch up with the next episode of Let's Taco About It. Peace, love, and unity. Sancho Loco signing out. Peace.